Are we good? Are we not good? I don't know. We should be alright, I think. Only a little bit late, you know. I've got the first goal. Only missed 2 minutes. It's not bad. Yeah, I'm fairly sure it's working. Yeah, that's perfect. Who do you reckon is going to win this? I forgot what I even tipped. Who did I even tip for this? I tipped Richmond. Okay, I chose to take a risk with it. I did think the Dogs are better, but you know, I just had a feeling. Rory lob, here we go. No, it's not straight. Hello MB, how you doing? 4-1. Dogs starting well. Hello Zenith, how you doing? Your first ever win watching as a Dogs fan was against Richmond in 2019. Round 7, hopefully it happens again. Oh, that's a good omen, Mr. Cat. You started well too. What's my opinion on the new Diamond Bulldogs Guernseys? You think you'll find it better than the 4 Guernseys? Well, they're definitely better than the Thor Guernseys. The 4 Guernseys was very weird. It just didn't work at all. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Definitely prefer the normal kit. Hello Mason, how you doing? Excuse me. Richmond don't look in the game at the moment. And there's a third. Well, Tigers have not started well here. Dogs are all over them. Another one. 4 in 9 minutes. What am I going to do on my holiday in Australia this year? I'm up to visit the Northern Territory. I'm going to visit Uluru. And then I'm off to the Great Barrier Reef. And then I'm flying into Melbourne for AFL finals. Should have a mark. First goal for Richmond. Hello, Mask, how you doing? I made a whole video about Cyril not even a word about Buddy. Very suspicious behaviour, Mr. White, and red-coloured team fan. Well, I just haven't, you know, made a video yet. How long do I think it will take for North Melbourne to become the best team? No clue, mate. 8 years? I don't know. This season, it felt like they went forwards, went backwards again. The first half of the season, they went forwards, but since then, it seems like they've gotten worse than last year. Hello, Fiona. How you doing? Another goal for the Dogs. 5-goal quarter. They're on fire. You liked? Thanks for a like, Fiona. You got the first like of the stream. Clark was returning as coach for North against Melbourne. They're not going to upset the D's. Seems the Tiger season is over. At the moment, it looks like it's for sure. They've not really been in the game, apart from the goal they got. They've not really done much. Just look at the ladder right now. Melbourne are going to get third, aren't they? It's going to be Collingwood Brisbane at the MCG. That's a long day for the Lions. Another goal, Dogs. 6-goal quarter. Carlton Melbourne next week. It's not next week, sorry, in round 22. Yeah, that is next week. What am I saying? Dogs kicked 6 in the first quarter against the Swans. True. But I've got a different feeling to this. And the feeling is that the Dogs will control it from here. I mean, they've already been controlling from the start. At least I might get a ticket to Collingwood Lions. Possibly. Imagine the Dogs pants Port Adelaide in the finals again. That'd be really funny. It's possible. It's quite crazy that by the end of the round, Port could be 4 losses in a row after winning 15 in a row. No, sorry, 13, not 15. Giants are doing too well now. They could get a home final instead of one against a Melbourne team. Really an easy ticket chance. Would the Giants be easier? I'm very curious of what they do on Saturday. Depending on what games are on, are they going to do 2 Melbourne games if there's 3 Melbourne finals, or would they do 1 interstate, 1 Melbourne? I should go to cinemas when I go to Australia. Go to Melbourne Museum as well as IMAX. I mean, yeah, if the right movie is out at the time and I have time, then that could be something I could look into. There's another 7. GWS will absolutely abolish Sydney. They're going to abolish them. Excuse me? They're going to send them out the league, are they? Is that who's leaving for the Tasmanian team, yeah? They're going to abolish the Swans. Wow. What's a storyline? Saturday will be one to stay, 1 Melbourne. Okay. They'll just beat the ever-living crap out of them. We can still get 4 Melbourne finals. Thursday to Sunday, yeah? They change it. That's my opinion on the Matildas in the World Cup. Actually, I haven't. I've checked England's results, and I saw that Jamaica got their first win. But I haven't. I think Australia lost to. Was it lost to Jamaica? Or was it Nigeria? But I haven't really looked at Australia's results. Here come the Tigers. Go! Ah, he's fumbled it. Sums up Richmond this quarter. remember when I said not to be scared of the Giants and you should win? They only won by a few points, to be fair. You know, you made it close. I just expected you to win that game. So yeah, it was Nigeria that beat Australia. I know Brazil got knocked out as well. I know about that, but I haven't really been following it enough. Another one. 50 points already, and it's not even quarter time. You choked 35 points. Well, whose fault is that then? Don't choke this one, mate. Surely you can't choke this one. Who would choke from here? Carlton? Hawthorn? Fremantle, possibly. If I go to a Saints final, if I go to a Giants final, support them. They've never gone to final, so it's about winning at least one game. Australia lost. Yeah, they lost to Nigeria and then they beat Canada. It's the knockouts now, so should be interesting. What was your requested reaction to Hawthorn Saints? You requested that? I've actually been very on and off because like some reactions have been requested recently. I just haven't had the time. But if Port lose this week and GWS win, will I tip GWS against Port at the LA Oval? No. I cannot see Port losing that many games. I think they'll lose tomorrow, and that's the last loss until the finals. I was saying that Melbourne could catch Brisbane. Melbourne could overtake Brisbane, but they could overtake Port Adelaide potentially. If Melbourne win and Port lose, Melbourne overtake. Port could be fourth by the end of the round. Like I've just realised that. Can you imagine? After 15 in a row, they could be fourth. Then you get two Melbourne finals. Well, I mean, Brisbane would be... Well, it depends on the scorelines, actually. But Brisbane could still be above Melbourne if they beat Freo by enough of a margin. Melbourne have done well with their percentage. They've already caught up with Brisbane. Melbourne will lose to Carlton next week. Carlton will win against the D's next week. You said the same thing twice there, mate. But yeah, I think that's possible, yeah. After the Collingwood performance, that was very impressive. I reckon they could. Gotta love opening your banking app on your phone and seeing, oh, your internet bill's been taken today. Thanks, mate. Tim Taranto has an opportunity to get Richmond's second goal today for a bit of damage limitation. A bit of a percentage saver. Buy one, get one free. I don't know what that is. The kick is so bad that not only has it gone wide, it stayed on the field. And it's not even close to getting any score. In any sense of the word. What's the thoughts of Orion coming to Hawthorn? I had no clue that was a thing. I definitely accept it. We need all the help we can get. Jeepers can win those really tough grounds. They win against Port. Have they beaten any of the top four? Yeah, don't get me wrong, they're impressive. I'm not saying they're not impressive. They've been very good. I'm just saying, like, how are they against the top four? Because I think that's more of a good parameter to judge them on. Because I don't know if they can beat Port away, even on Port's current bad form. Yeah, Brisbane beat them, but that was early in the season. Who else? Collingwood beat them. Again, this was before their great form, but still. Oh, they beat Melbourne. Okay, they beat Melbourne. They did beat Melbourne away. Okay. So they have got it in them. Beat the Dogs and Cats too. But I need those top four results, and they did beat Melbourne in fairness. Yeah, just Melbourne. For me, that's not enough. I think they can beat Sydney, they can beat Essendon, and they can beat Carlton. But Carlton GWS in the last round, that's crazy. But I think they'll lose to Port Adelaide. Revolt goal! Finally! Well done. The Richmond Tigers have a second goal. Wow. They're back in the game now. Literally, the only team that can stop GWS right now is Carlton. And same thing. I reckon Collingwood would definitely stop GWS. So I reckon so could Port. And if they went to the Gabba, they'd lose there as well. So GWS and Carlton are hottest teams right now. They are on, oh yeah, they are on form, but like, they can be stopped. I also think Carlton can stop GWS, but you did say that in fairness. I don't think they'd beat Collingwood. Just my opinion. Collingwood have lost 3 games, and 2 are against top 4 teams. And to be fair, one is Carlton, but it is a rivalry. It brings out the best in players. What else in Richmond's future? Good question. They have to do a lot of rebuilding. I think it'll be a few years till they're back to the top again, but I think they'll be back to the top again at some point. I don't think they'll be gone for too long. Hugo Hagen, Mark. Could be a ninth goal this quarter. 30 seconds to go. Go. The Dogs' best opening term for 12 years, apparently. 12 years. There's no way the Dogs lose this one. Since 2019 of the year, Brisbane's rise, no teams won more times of the Gabba. Oh, no one's won more times of the Gabba since that. Oh, that's interesting. It is now quarter time. We'll be back. Need to go get something. Alright, we're back. Only 5 seconds late. Literally. Apparently since 2019 of the year at the Brisbane Rise, no team has won multiple times together. Well, we know it's a pretty strong fortress, especially this year. It's a shame, really, because if they finished second, they probably could have got to the grand final, because they've been that good at home this season. But the Dogs have won their season, proud of that. Richmond, you think, will return to the finals, not next year, maybe 2026. Okay, interesting time frame, very specific. Who I think will make finals, give reasons why. The top four will make it. As for the rest, I'm not sure. It changes every week. You never know. The Saints are currently fifth, and I'm not confident they'll make it. So, yeah. It's too hard to call at the moment. Especially with the Giants and Carlton resurgence. It's shaking everything up. Brisbane are a joke. They can't win finals unless they have bribed the official. Or if they're at home. They did well against Melbourne. They just choked the ending. Dogs smashed it, yeah. The Dogs are smashing them. Hello Mark, how you doing? I think the Bulldogs have been a good side since 2016. 2016 they achieved something incredible. Between that and 2020, they weren't they dropped off quite a bit. They were still a good team, but they were not a flag-worthy team at the time. But in 2021, they returned back to being a potential flag-winning team. Unfortunately, Melbourne existed, and they had the season of their lives. But yeah, since 2021, Dogs have been pretty solid. And obviously 2016. Even in 2016, Dogs only just made finals, right? They finished 7th, but they just pulled off an incredible finals campaign. I think the Giants game was the highlight in that prelim. 2018 was a stinky year. 2017 wasn't that great either, right? Because you slipped down a little bit. I think did you still make the 8 that year? Because I remember 2017 was the season I first started watching AFL. I discovered it in 2016, watched compilations, but 2017 was my first actual season watching. And I remember thinking oh, the Dogs are the champions. They should be great to watch. I watched them and lost a few games, just right. I'm just okay. Didn't really start in, they just dropped down the ladder in 2016. Oh, okay. I see. Saints are out of easy games. See what they got. Carlton, Richmond, Geelong, and Brisbane. Brisbane at the Gabba. Yeah, that's a pretty tough fixture. Revolt has missed. Revolt trying to grow a beard, I see. But I think Hawthorn being a young team, I think it can pay off in a few years. But obviously there's a lot of inexperience there, which has been shown this season. Do we need more experienced goal kickers? Oh, good goal, Richmond. Yeah, we do need... Our goal kicking has been a problem for years now. Even before, like, the squad we have currently. Even, like, in 2017, our goal kicking wasn't too great. So that's been needed to improve for a while now. Playing Richmond off this thrashing isn't good for the Saints. I think you can still buy a ticket for that game. Saints v Carlton, sorry, not Richmond. One ticket, let's see what price they're giving. $66 for level 3. Okay, level 1 sold out, jeez. That's not bad, I'd pay that. Still cheaper than Arsenal. So, because that would be like 30 something pounds, so like, yeah. Arsenal is 40 plus minimum. St Kilda Richmond will have more seats available, surely. Oh, they have level 1 seats. $57. How does general admission work, by the way, in AFL? I never looked into that, even though, like, I knew it existed when I visited. Playing Richmond off this Friday, yeah. Why did the Tigers start throwing some punches, take out the top dogs? They might be able to win this. I mean, they'd get a lot of players suspended, but I don't know. I don't know if they want to do that. They may be Tigers, but they're not real Tigers. How does it feel that Hawthorn's last finals win was 8 years ago against West Coast? Well, I mean, it's not surprising at all. It is what it is. I'm still annoyed about our 2018 final series. Because I genuinely think we could have beaten Melbourne. And it really annoys me. The Richmond game, like, we missed a lot of shots in the first half, which was annoying. But Richmond, I think, would have beaten us anyway. I think we could have beaten Melbourne that year. I really do. But we decided, hey, we don't like to kick straights. It would have been poetic if we then lost to the Eagles in the prelim. Poetic for the Eagles, anyway. General admission is you go to ask ground staff where the general admission area is and you pick any seat there, or else you stand behind the girls on level 1. Okay. What are some of my favourite places I visited in Australia when I came last year? I think my highlight was Canberra, but that's not even because of the place. It's because I saw a white lion, which is extremely rare. So that was very special, not only seeing it, because I researched it in school. In school, I looked up where are there white lions? They're so rare. I want to see one. So that's what there's one in Slovakia, there's one in Canberra. I just thought if I ever go to Australia, I want to see that lion, and I did. Not only did I see it, I fed it, and I scratched it. I never thought I'd scratch a lion. I didn't think that was safe, but I did it. So yeah, that was my favourite, but it wasn't really the place itself. It was just the animal. So the animal could have been that same animal could have been anywhere, and I would have gone. In terms of actual location, well, it's not really one location, but I'll go to Great Ocean Road Trip. That Great Ocean Road Trip was so good. I had a great day that day. That was it's going to be hard to top that road trip. Just put it that way. Sydney was fun. Only spent a day there. I'm definitely going to go back and explore that place. Perth was great as well. One of my subscribers, Mark, showed me around. He did a better job than tour guides. Like, he showed me pretty much everything there is to Perth. It was like a great 1 day intro. Less than a day, but yeah. Jeez, the West Australian teams are really like on their knees at the moment. I looked at a Freo game ticket. It's like 60% of the stadium is still available. $38 as well. Yeah, the cheapest ticket. That's it's probably worse for the Eagles as well. Let me check Lions Adelaide. I'm looking at tickets at the moment. I'm just curious to see how much they cost, how much are available. Gabba's a fair amount as well, $43. That all the interstate games are just cheaper than the Melbourne games, as you'd expect. The margin against Richmond was what you expected. Richmond were just too good. Honestly, sometimes you feel bad for fourth place. They've never produced an AFL Premiership winner, and when they just slide into the top four, they have to play the best team in the AFL, the top dogs. Yeah. So there's never been a Premiership winner from fourth. That's actually quite the statistic. Richmond were unstoppable in 2018 until they lost to Collingwood. Norton Mark. Should book a tour and go to Parliament House. I'm okay not to do that. I've been to Canberra and I've seen the Parliament House. I went around it in an Uber. I don't feel I need to really go inside. It would be interesting for sure, but like, yeah. I considered because I want to go to Washington next year. I considered doing the White House tour, but for a foreigner to do the White House tour, you got to go to Washington. You got to go to the embassy of your country and ask. It just seems like a lot of hassle. But like for me to do a tour of the White House, I gotta go to the UK embassy in Washington. Collingwood winning was just incredible. I mean, no one likes them, but that was really impressive by then. Yeah, it was a Mason Cox masterclass, mate. Has 18th place ever beaten first place? No clue, mate. No clue. But 18th place has beaten like a big team before, right? I think that happened. Who was it that was it Melbourne that were 18th at one point? And then they beat someone who was like finals. I can't remember. It wasn't first place though. I think I do remember something happening though. I can't remember what. The Pies were fourth, but still, that's a pretty damn good result from them. Have I been to the Melbourne Museum in Melbourne? Yeah, I have. I think if you watched my vlogs, you would have seen it. Unless it's been a different museum, but I'm pretty sure it's that one. You're sorry, are the dogs really about to choke this? I don't think so. Um, Richmond still need a 30-point turnaround, which is not impossible, but I don't think so. So the dog choked as you're throwing your remote at the TV. Mark for Western Bulldogs. Just as we say, they might choke. How do I see the Sydney Swans going without Buddy Franklin in years to come? I don't think they miss him that much. He's contributed a lot over his career, but like this year he's not contributed that much. Yeah, he's scored some goals, but he's not really improved them as a team ready this year. So I don't think that he'll make much of a difference compared to last year. If anything, they'll probably score more goals next year. Mind you, when Port v Hawks earlier this year, Port kicked 9 in the first, and in the second quarter it was 96 points at that point. You thought it would be 100, but Hawks won the second half. They lost 55 and scored 96 points. I think they're catching, trying to get younger players. Yeah, probably. They need to rebuild. Oh, Bauer almost. The discussion humiliated you when you said they could beat Collingwood Friday night. What was you thinking? I don't know, you tell me, mates. They can't beat puny Freo. But that's just Freo, they're unpredictable. A bit like Carlton this year. Carlton are a better version of Freo, basically. key. Nothing from the Tigers. From that attack. That will settle the nerves for the Dogs a little bit. What do I think the final margin will be? 108 to 68. How do you know there's a 69-point margin? I don't know, mate. You tell me. I always forget to share the stream out. And I realize like halfway through the stream. Hope I know that I tipped Richmond. I mean, I made it clear in the video I was taking a risk. So like, I stated my reasons in the video. Well, there's a goal. Got something back. Merely a consolation. You would expect. GMHPA is not really the fortress we think it is. I mean, not many teams win there. As you pointed out, Freo like playing there. The Giants like playing there. But like, for the most part, teams don't really win there. I think Port after losing 3 in a row, I think could definitely lose there. Plus, Geelong need to win to get back in the 8 as well. I think that will help motivation-wise. Once they start going at that ground, they're hard to stop. Port got to stop them from getting going. It's funny you mentioned 69, Mr. Cat. I just checked my second channel, and it's made 69 pence in the last month. Earnings. Big gains. Here comes Norton. Will his kick be naughty? Yes. I feel like the Dogs have got enough right now to win the game. So you're saying Brisbane lost to Geelong because of the umpires? Are you sure, mates? Miss holding the ball decision. Clearly pushing the back, miss free kick. I need to rewatch these games. Oh, there's the midday alarm. Bolton can't kick straight. Yes, as you do. High tackle. Likely no more scores. There we go. I shall be back. Alright. Late again, as you do. Only missed 10 seconds though, so. It was 1951 when I unmuted my mic. If you hear anything in the background, there's electricians round. They're gonna check something. Hopefully that means no power cuts, because that would be awkward for the stream, wouldn't it? Dogs finals challenger. Yeah, they have been the whole season, to be fair. Just the question is, are they a Premiership contender? We'll find out in the finals. But yeah, the Dogs have got good enough fixtures. We've got West Coast and Hawthorn, right? Yeah, no, yeah. That's the next two games. Just got to win the next two, and that's it, you know. I tried McDonald's in Australia. Yeah, I did. Yeah. There was one next to my hotel. I think if you watch those Australia vlogs, you'll see that I went to McDonald's a few times. I didn't say the cheeseburgers didn't taste different to the UK to me anyway. Chicken ones did, and obviously McFlurry is just ice cream, just ice cream. Give me a sec. I'm still here. Back. Can Richmond get this in? We shall see. What is that kick, bro? If that kick doesn't sum up Richmond's game, I don't know what does. It's just been fail after fail with this Richmond team. think the Dogs finished 6th and win week 1 and play Blizzard together and unfortunately lose. Interesting. Nick and Josh Stakos have signed a contract for 6 years. Do I think any other players will do that in future? What, sign a 6-year contract? Yeah, plenty of players will do that. Oh, there's a miss. You see what Bontempelli was doing there, right? He was doing an impression of Richmond's goal kicking. That's why he missed on purpose. He wasn't trying to get a goal. You know, he was just trying to demonstrate how bad Richmond are. That's what he was doing. Pushing David wake up tomorrow. I am out all day tomorrow, so I won't be streaming any game, unfortunately. Bun's been a great player, but not a great goal kicker. What do you mean, mate? He only missed to like take a piss out of Richmond. Like he wasn't. He didn't miss that on purpose. What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Actually, maybe I had to watch Hawthorn's outside Box Hill. I looked into it when I was in Australia. I just didn't have the time in the end. Or I don't know if it was the right timing anyway. I did head over to Waverley Park though. That was pretty good. There's a whole Hulk store there. What's a snooze? Well, Richmond have made it a snooze. What are the chances of Hawthorn winning against the Pies? 0%. 0% whatsoever. Rory Lobb. It's a post. He's hit the post. Maybe 0.07? No, 0, mate. 0. 0%. There's a higher chance of me doing a Sunday AFL stream. If Hawthorn win, I cancel my trip to Australia. What on earth is what sort of nonsense is that, bro? I'm travelling to Australia on flight credit as well. Because of my cancelled flight last year, so I had to... I feel like airlines should be a bit more lenient with refunds. But still, you know, things worked out. We got a nice trip to Australia again. There's a 0% chance, then say you delete my channel play with. No, we're not doing forfeits here. Relax yourself. What do I think of Sam Mitchell? I don't want to judge him on this season. We'll see what happens next year. It's not like offering like 69 and like maybe first place. But yeah, like there's only 2 teams worse than us, and they're the 2 worst teams in the comp. It's funny. We're actually like I remember you said, Mr. Cat, like we've been irrelevant. We are the most relevant team this season. When you think about it, right? The 2 teams below us, people laugh at them because it's so bad, and everyone above us has been a final contender at some point in the season. Even Freo at some point were just side the 8. So we're like in that middle where we've done nothing. We've not been the worst or like a contender for anything. We've just been on the island of irrelevance like this whole bloody season. What is that noise? Oh, that's outside. Okay, that's outside. Oh, there's construction work outside. So whatever they're doing, I don't know. They've been putting new roads in. Interesting that West Coast and North have 5-point wins against each other and have a win against a team that has 0 premierships. People definitely have been talking about Hawthorn as being as bad as the other 2 bottom 2 this season. Who's doing that? I'm literally going to fly to England and just slap his moustache around. How do you know he's got a moustache? I feel like that's discrimination. What about the guys with no moustaches? Justice for the moustacheless men. Like that Bulldogs a few weeks ago. There's all sorts of construction / JCB equipment going down the road. Go. 44 points. Is the comeback on? No, it's not. People that use hammers have moustaches. How do you know? Do you know that every moustache person is a hammer? What about the moustacheless people that use hammers? Tell me I'm streaming. Alright, mate. Show them AFL. If St Kilda win another game this year, Mr. Cat will delete his account. Whoa, that's a lot. Mr. Cat agrees apparently. I don't know if he agreed to this. What are my thoughts on Sam Kerr? She's a good player. She's a very good player. Good is an understatement, I think, but yeah. Oh, Bontempelli's got a mark. Mr. Cat, Mars McGee says, Mr. Cat, you are racist to Italians. Just because Mary uses a hammer doesn't mean all plumbers are Italians. Plumbers usually have moustaches, so it's not really stereotyping, is it? Name one plumber apart from Mario and Luigi who has a moustache. That's a good question. Name one plumber apart from Mario and Luigi who has a moustache. Bontempelli gets the goal. Want you to Google it. Not even a plumber in Simon had a moustache. Seinfeld was a great show. Kind of want to rewatch it. Yeah, I did watch Seinfeld. I think I made a video about it. I can't remember. I used to do a series where I'd watch things for the first time and I'd review it and I'd call it. So I finally watched this show. I did it for like The Office, Seinfeld, and How I Met Your Mother. So basically just sitcoms. I need to get back on watching shows again because I haven't watched any in like months. None of the shows that have been got ongoing that I want to watch, and none of the shows that I want to watch that I haven't watched yet. Brody Grundy Energy could be traded. Could he? Well, that didn't last long in Melbourne, if that's true. Brody Grundy's going to Port. Deal is done. Oh, interesting. What, so after going to Melbourne from Collingwood, he's now going to Port? Like, just going round and round. The Brody Grundy I can't speak. The Grundy merry-go-round. He can't get a game of Melbourne, the top two side without him. A 5-8 side with him. Melbourne tried to get two top rugs. 0 players who could play forward, nobody knows. Will Freo make the 8 next year? Well, you never know, Freo. Who's going to be the risers next year? Team's going to go from no man's land, jump all the way top 4, make a prelim. Well, that's a bit for specific, mate. Is it cheating to say Adelaide? I feel like they'll be very good next year. I think they'll be 100% 8 next year. I could be wrong. Give me a sec. Another goal for the Dogs. For like 12 years ago, this one team goes from not making the finals, making top 4. The Crows next year, mate. Resurgence is coming. Free, I heard you're coming to Australia. You didn't want you watching them in the final, so they tagged. They're one of the 4 teams I haven't seen yet. And well, the other 3 are West Coast, Adelaide, and Geelong. And there's a good chance that none of them make it. I think Geelong will, though. Bulldogs are slacking. 50 points in the first quarter, but only 50 since then. 47 since then. How dare you? Got to be better than this. Only 15 goals. Come on now. Where's the big margin? Simon Godwin made Grundy go to reserves because they wanted Grundy to be used as a forearm and have Max Gorn be the main ruckman. There's a web reactor side for episodes of YouTube called Bernie's Channel. Interesting. I see. Excuse me. Paddy got a bit of a sneeze this morning. Sorry about the loud noise. It'll go away in a few minutes. You're going to watch Kobe's Fusions and by Seinfeld creator Larry David. Have I seen it? I have not seen it, no. It's Seinfeld Reunion Season 7. Is there really? Says on the website Jack Tui, Isaac Smith, Sam Managola, John Siegler, Leonard Gillier, and Brandon Parfit could be being traded. Damn, that's a lot. Have I watched Kung Fu Panda Trilogy? Should do it maybe Monday. I have seen them. Nice goal from Bolton there. Yeah, I've seen them. I remember the first one very well. That was a really incredible movie. I don't remember the second and third one. I did watch them. I just don't remember them that much. But I could do a thing where I rewatch them before the fourth one comes out. I didn't know there was a fourth one coming out, actually. So it's a good thing you told me that. When's Shrek 5 coming out, bro? They've already teased it in the new Puss in Boots. Bontempelli mark, and he'll get the goal. There's your 100, double the score. Remember the second one? That was literally the best one. Best DreamWorks movie. Wait, hang on. Who makes... Who made Shrek? Wasn't Shrek DreamWorks? I think the best DreamWorks movies are Shrek and Shrek 2. I just had to double check that they made, Did they make Shrek or not? Why doesn't it say it? No, yeah, Shrek is their best one. The Shrek 2 is their best one. But yeah, the one I remember is, yeah, the first one. The one where it beats the cat. I don't remember the rest, to be honest. Who made Ice Age? That wasn't DreamWorks, was it? That was score okay as well. It matters more now, you know, because 103 to 50, those are big numbers. Big numbers. Well, that is 3/4 time. I shall be right back. That won't be far away. Sorry, I came back to read this nonsense. Shrek 2 is mid. Shrek 2. Nah. You did not just call Shrek 2 mid. You did not just call Shrek 2 mid. Like, if you think that Kung Fu Panda's better, that's fine. Like, that's a fine opinion. Kung Fu Panda's very good. Especially, like, I remember the first one. It was an incredible movie. But the fact that you're saying Shrek 2 is mid, I'm gonna fly over to Australia. I'm gonna find you, my friend. How dare you call Shrek 2 mid? How dare you? I don't mind you saying something's better than Shrek 2, but to call Shrek 2 mid, that you have awoken me from my slumber. That is outrageous. How dare you? Alright, let's see what's going on in the chat. Everyone agrees Shrek 1 is good, Shrek 2 is a masterpiece, Shrek 3 the worst movie ever, therefore killing the Shrek franchise, nobody cares about Shrek 4. The next one coming out I'm looking forward to though, because the new Puss in Boots was good, so I'm hoping the next one is good. And I feel like we're long overdue a reunion, and I think it deserves a better ending than the third and fourth one. Lord Chen, incredible villain. Yeah, of course he is. Kung Fu Panda is light years better than Shrek 2. I don't know about that one, Chief. Oh, I've just realised I've not put my camera on. That's the wrong one. What am I doing? That's the wrong. Yeah. If Kung Fu Panda's average trilogy, Pixar would actually better. Well, Pixar do have better movies than DreamWorks. Toy Story alone is better than anything DreamWorks have made. Oh, good mark. They got Toy Story, Incredibles. So they got some good. They got some good stuff there. Pixar. Besides Lion King, 90% of Pixar movies are. First of all, The Lion King isn't a Pixar movie. Disney Animation and Disney Pixar are two different studios. Yes, they're owned by the same company, but they're still two different studios. They got Pixar, they got Disney Animation, they got Marvel, and they got Star Wars. They're owned by the same company, but they're all separate things. Lion King is not Pixar. Different studio. But yeah, that was a good movie. Turning Red is literally hot garbage. I haven't seen that one. That's a new one, right? Puss in Boots, How to Train Your Dragon, Kung Fu Panda, Solo. No. Toy Story is better than all of those ones. Disney and Pixar are the same thing. Disney owns Pixar, but they're separate studios. So Disney have their own animation studio, and they made The Lion King, The Jungle Book, a few other things. But they also own Pixar, and yes, Pixar is Disney, but it's still a separate studio to The Lion King, for example. It's confusing, but also not confusing. Goal for the Dogs, once again. Good play, once again. So if you guys didn't know, it's my birthday on Wednesday. I'm going to be 28. So tomorrow, me and my mum are going to explore a bit of England. Yeah, we're going on a bit of a day trip to some places in England. And then on Wednesday, on my birthday, I'm going to a zoo with Grandad. That's going to be quite fun. So that's why I won't be, just like last weekend, I won't be streaming on Saturday again. And on Sunday, I'm off to an Arsenal game at Wembley. So, you know, we got a few days. Arsenal probably lose. That's the only issue there. You heard it, Pixar make Toy Story 5. I think they've gone too far. I think 3 was a great ending. Then they made 4. It was doubtful, but 4 was a great ending as well for Woody. They've ended it well now. They need to. They should have stopped at 4 because 4 was perfect. Toy Story 3 was such a good movie. Why did they make Toy Story 4? Well, Toy Story 4 worked. It worked. They managed to add something and still didn't ruin the ending of 3 and developed an even better ending. But 5 is just too far. Visiting the zoo in Russia. I ain't going to Russia, mate. I value my life a bit more than that. Then again, I want to go to Antarctica. It's not exactly safe Antarctica, is it? I need to start a savings account in my bank. Put a bit of money in every month so I can save for Antarctica. This is a very expensive thing. So I can save for it and keep travelling elsewhere. Perfect. Oh, it's not a go, it's a behind. Any score review? No? Thought that kick was high enough. Toy Story 3 was a better ending. Toy Story 3 was a great ending for Andy and everything, and saying goodbye. But like Toy Story 4 was a perfect ending for Woody and Buzz. But it worked. But Toy Story 5 is just an even bigger risk, because what do they do from here? Because they've already ended it perfectly in twice. Now you're just stepping even further into the abyss. It's just it's too much. Another goal for the Dogs. Toy Story 3 was the last great Pixar movie. No, that's Toy Story 4, mate. Wait, let me check all Pixar movies, because I definitely stopped watching them at some point. Alright. Toy Story was the first one. Haven't seen A Bug's Life. I don't know why. I haven't seen it. That should be a movie one day. Toy Story 2 was great. Monsters Inc. was incredible. Monsters Inc. is that one slept on. That's one of the best movies they made. Finding Nemo, emotional, good story. Incredibles was incredible. It was incredible. Cars, I love Cars quite a lot. It's a good racing film. It's not one of their best, but it's a good movie. Ratatouille, haven't seen it. I've seen Wall-E. Wasn't a fan at the time, but I like it more now. Because I found it quite boring as a kid. Up is good. Up is really emotional. Toy Story 3 is amazing. Cars 2, no. Brave, haven't seen Brave. Monsters University, good movie, but not as good as the first movie. Inside Out, haven't seen it. Good Dinosaur, haven't seen it. Finding Dory, very emotional. Not as good as Nemo, but more emotional than Nemo. Cars 3, better than 2, I guess, but the fact that we've never seen Lightning McQueen win on the screen is really annoying. I've only seen him win in games. Like, come on. Even if the game is canon to the story. Because he did win Piston Cups, but we've not seen it on screen. It's just, that's bollocks, I tell you. Coco, haven't seen it. Incredibles 2, good film. Not as good as the first one. Toy Story 4 was great. Onward, I've seen Onward. It was alright. I've seen Soul. It was fine. I quite liked it. Haven't seen Luca. Haven't seen Turning Red. I've seen Lightyear. Wasn't great, to be honest. They had so much potential there, but they didn't do it very well. And then Elemental, I haven't seen that one, but I've seen the trailer, and the trailer was quite fun in 4DX, but I haven't seen it. Haven't seen Inside Out. I haven't seen it, no. I will watch it. The ones I haven't seen, I gotta see. Pixar confirmed they're making Cars 4. Well, I don't know what it will be about, because Lightning McQueen's basically retired now. But I'm annoyed that we're never going to see him win the Piston Cup in the movie. It's just like, that's the payoff we needed. Have I watched the trilogy How to Train Your Dragon, Despicable Me? I have, yes. Let me see. I got list of DreamWorks animation. Haven't seen Ants. Haven't seen Prince of Egypt. This is DreamWorks, by the way. Road to El Dorado. Haven't seen. Have seen Chicken Run. That was fun. Shrek, incredible. Stallion of Cimarron. I haven't seen that. What is that? Sinbad. Haven't seen it. Shrek 2, amazing. Shark Tale was funny. Madagascar was great, the first one. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it, move it. She like to move it, move it. We like to move it. That was a great childhood memory, that song. Wallace and Gromit, Were Rabbit. I have seen that. That was good. Over the Hedge was fun. I really enjoyed Over the Hedge. I remember as a kid. Flushed Away. I think I've seen it, but I can't remember much of it. Shrek 3, awful. B movie, haven't seen it. Kung Fu Panda was great. Madagascar, Escape to Africa was brilliant. I feel like that one was like just a reboot of the first one. It wasn't really a sequel to me. Monsters, also the Penguins, Madagascar. They're brilliant characters. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Monsters vs Aliens. Don't think I've seen it. How to Train Your Dragon. I've seen it. It was good. Shrek 4, awful. Megamind. Haven't seen Megamind. Kung Fu Panda 2, I've seen it. I don't remember it. Puss in Boots, the first one. I watched it recently after watching the new one. It was alright. Madagascar 3, enjoyed it. Rise of the Guardians, haven't seen it. Haven't seen The Croods, haven't seen Turbo. What's Turbo? Is that like a racing movie? Mr. Peabody and Sherman, haven't seen that. How to Train Your Dragon 2, I've seen that. Penguins of Madagascar was disappointing, to be honest. I expected more from funny characters. Haven't seen Home. Kung Fu Panda 3, I've seen it, don't remember it. Haven't seen Trolls, haven't seen The Boss Baby, but the trailers looked funny. Captain Underpants, haven't seen that one, but I used to read the comics in primary school. How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World, seen it, don't remember that one actually. Remember the first two. Abominable, never heard of it. Trolls World Tour, haven't seen it. Croods New Age, there was a sequel to that as well, haven't seen it. Spirit Untamed, haven't seen it. Boss Baby, there was 2 Boss Babies, haven't seen either. Oh, this is not including anime. This is every movie, not just animation, right? The Bad Guys, I swear that's a... No, sorry, it is animation, sorry. I read The Bad Guys, I swear that's a live action movie. No, it's not. I haven't seen The Bad Guys. Push and Boots, The Last Wish, I enjoyed it. And they teased the Shrek 5 quite well. Teenage Kraken, haven't seen it. There you go. There's a lot more DreamWorks than Pixar, and yet Pixar makes better films. DreamWorks has more opportunities to make better films. But Pixar still reigns supreme. My browser's got a be better. Pixar's definitely not trash. They literally have more good films than DreamWorks, despite DreamWorks making more. That says everything there is. If DreamWorks didn't have Shrek, they'd be on the floor, mates. We wouldn't know they existed today. If they never made Shrek, they'd have just plummeted. You wouldn't have got bloody How to Train Your Dragon because if Shrek didn't exist, they would not have pushed the boundaries to make more films. That franchise saved them, carried them. Pixar villains are barely villains. You're talking about villains for animated movies. We're not talking about Marvel and DC. We don't need to see Darkseid in Toy Story. Go. You can name fantastic villains in DreamWorks. Yeah, no. Pixar is miles better than DreamWorks. Scar's not even the good villain that Pixar has. Scar's not Pixar, mate. That's Disney animation. You're literally judging every animated movie on what villains it has. That makes zero sense. How to Train Your Dragon, Kung Fu Panda, Shrek. These are perfection movies. You literally said Shrek was mid earlier. You've changed your opinion just to fit your agenda. Everyone saw it. You said Shrek was mid. Shrek is literally the flagship franchise of DreamWorks. And you said it was mid. And then you're trying to say DreamWorks is... Now because you think DreamWorks is better than Pixar, now you're saying Shrek's perfection. Yeah, of course, mate. Yeah, no, I'm not having it. This is fraudulence. Richmond, have a go. You said Shrek 2 was mid. That's literally the best DreamWorks movie. And you said it's mid. You've lost the argument already. Shrek 4 was... Yeah, Shrek 2 was mid or Shrek 4 was good. Yeah. You've lost, mate. You've lost your head. You've lost your head more than Freo lost their heads this year after finishing in the finals last year. Revolt misses. How dare he? Shrek 4's underrated. Yeah, nah, it isn't, mate. It is fairly rated, and it is awful. Hello, Luke. How you doing? Right, David. You'll see Pixar never start a movie again. DreamWorks will never make a movie as good as the Toy Story movies. So I don't know what you're talking about, mate. You've already taken the L. Like the Toy Story movies are gonna stand forever. Like the DreamWorks are never gonna like they have a chance to impress me with Shrek 5. All right, that's your next chance. Or Kung Fu Panda 4. You never know. That could be amazing. It's a martial arts movie, of course. They could always be great. Toy Story's become trash now. All four of them are better than every DreamWorks movie apart from Shrek and Shrek 2. Like Shrek, the first two Shrek movies are the only competition for Toy Story. And then there's Incredibles. There's no competition there. Your highest score this year is 118 against Frio. Why is my thing buffering now? What on earth? My game broadcast is buffering. That's the first today. It's not my internet, is it? No, it's not. Okay, the stream's fine. Yeah, someone's funny as you making Richmond in the game. I literally was taking a risk. Do you watch the video? I was looking to take a risk. I do that every week, mate. Are you new here? How to Train Your Dragon is better than every Pixar movie besides Toy Story. It's not better than Incredibles. That is for certain, my friend. That is for certain. It is not. And it's not better than Monsters Inc. either. I literally forgot about that one. 4 Toy Story movies, Incredibles, and Monsters Inc. That's 6. That's 6 better than everything except Shrek 1 and 2. Incredibles is very mid. Yeah. You're having a laugh, mate. You're having a laugh. Trying to put tags on the video just frantically. Mara Hugo Hagen unfortunately doesn't get the kick. Literally no one has watched Monsters Inc. That's how I know you're like 8 years old, mate. How have you not seen Monsters Inc.? Pretty much everyone that's seen it knows how good it is. It's incredible. Add Hardwick Gold Coast next year. Gold Coast head coach Hardwick. What do I think of Buddy retiring? Yeah, I mean, it's to be expected. He's been declining, so it's a good time to go. Who do I think will take over Richmond as head coach? No idea. Have I forgotten Kung Fu Panda 2? I've literally forgotten it. The one I remember, as far as I know, is the first one. The one where he fights the cat. I've forgotten the cat's name. And he wins with the thumb move. I can't remember what it's called now. That was the first one, right? Another goal. Dogs fans are starting to leave, you know, they've done their job. Need to rewatch Kung Fu Panda movies, rewatch Unchained Dragon, movie Monday. I'm mainly focused on films I haven't seen yet, but before Kung Fu Panda 4 comes out, I'll consider watching the first 3. But I mainly want to see the ones I haven't seen. So that's mostly the point of that series. So yeah, I'd love to stay for the end. There's 90 seconds left, but I literally got to leave for work. The train's in 10 minutes. This is your boy Davidoff. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Thank you to everyone who was in the chat. We ended up talking about Pixar more than the actual game, but that's because Richmond have been terrible. But it is what it is. See you later, alligators, or crocodiles actually. It's more relevant to Australia. Goodbye.